First it was deep fakes, and now the White House is spinning another deflection as they take heat over the federal hurricane response. See if you can notice a thread.
There's a lot of misinformation, and I beseech you, I beg you to please not pay attention to it.
Sir, what's the risk of political figures sharing misinformation during this time?
It misleads people. It puts people in circumstances where they panic, where they really, really, really worry.
So I'm going to divorce the disinformation that is being spread from any one individual and just say this. Disinformation harms survivors of a disaster because they lose trust in their government.
There's not enough money right now for people in North Carolina who need it. That's not misinformation.
Wait, no, that is your whole premise of the question is misinformation, sir. What you do? Yes, it's misinformation,
You can't
and
call
it's
a question
there.
that you don't like misinformation.
I know that guy. Miranda Devine is the author of a brand new book. It's called The Big Guy, How a President and His Son Sold Out America. She joins us right now. Miranda, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve.
Okay, so that's what the White House is doing now. They're saying anything they don't like is oftentimes misinformation or disinformation, even though Mayorkas himself came out a couple of days ago and said, you know what, we don't have, after Helene, we don't have enough money for the rest of hurricane season. Peter's question was not disinformation or misinformation. That was just a fact.
It was, but it shows you how damaging politically they think their botched response to Hurricane Helene has been. They have brought up the big guns, which is, of course, their accusation that anyone making politically damaging statements to them is peddling misinformation. I'm really surprised that they didn't wheel out the old one that they used on the laptop from hell, which was Russian disinformation.
Right.
This is just their go-to when they're in trouble, and it's quite sinister given the threats that both Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have made about free speech. They say that there's no guarantee to free speech when it comes to what they deem to be misinformation or disinformation. They will bring down the heavy hammer of censorship.
Indeed. And so this week they're using disinformation, misinformation. I remember it was last month after the guy was in the hedge line in the tree line down at Trump National. And Peter Doocy asked Karine Jean-Pierre about, how many assassination attempts do there have to be on the former president before you people stop calling him a threat? And she said that question was dangerous. It's not a dangerous question. They were using that word. And so it's just one of those things. They're trying to shut people down by saying, oh, you're dangerous. You are spreading misinformation, mister.
Yes, look, it is a threat to journalism, it's a threat to free speech, and it's one that they have freely wielded before. We've seen them threaten social media, and social media therefore has censored people, whether it's about COVID-19 or, rude memes about the First Lady or Hunter Biden's laptop. They've censored American speech, and now what they're saying is if you dare raise any embarrassing fact, like the fact that FEMA was handing out money to illegal migrants instead of keeping it for hurricane victims, like the fact that Peter Doocy mentioned in that question that Karine Jean-Pierre labelled misinformation, which was that the administration has no problem bringing out $160 million to Lebanon for humanitarian relief, but says it needs to go to Congress to give hurricane victims relief. And it's all about this idea that Biden and Harris put America last, and that is why it is so dangerous to them politically.
It was just, giving all that money to Lebanon at the same time when there is a problem getting more money to hurricane victims is a bad look. And obviously she was angry at that question because right after she answered it, she stormed out of the room. Miranda, thank you very much for joining us on this very busy Wednesday.
Thanks, Steve.
You bet. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.